Thank you guys for returning to the channel. I hope y'all had a wonderful year. If you're in the Everetts area, make sure you stay with Black Mountain Cabins and Campers. Just give them a call there, and make sure you dine at the Southern Belle Cafe. Wonderful food, wonderful atmosphere. And if you support the channel, just scan that QR code. Let's go ahead and get started here. This is the mayor's office. Randall Weedle, his number. That way you guys can address the government. Let's get into this. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope y'all had an amazing Christmas, a wonderful New Year. I know we had some tragedy go on over the New Year, some terrorist attacks and all that, but that's not what we're here for today. This is an update on what happened to Mr. Doug Harless, the mayor, Randall Weedle, and his gun thugs, what they done to him. So this is an update of what's been released. The search warrant, which we've not got to see yet, is alleged to say that the London City Police, were there to serve Hobart Buttrey, Buttery, who was already locked up behind bars in the Laurel County Detention Center. He was already in jail, and he was accused of stealing a steel weed eater valued at $300. Now, some kind of heater has been added with this steel weed eater. Now, I don't know what kind of heater it is, but this heater supposedly costs like $700-800. So, I don't know. Personally, I think it's a way to turn his misdemeanor into a felony, is what I think, to try to give him more justification of going in at midnight. But you still got to show me where the violence is. The man has no violence on his record, and you'll see that here in a minute, because WKYT went and done an interview with him in jail, and we'll be doing that here in a second. Like I said, the heater's been added, and he was supposed to pawn that heater. Now, they did not say what kind of heater it was, but like I said, it makes it over $1,000, which is a Class D felon. Now, here's what I find interesting. This heater belongs, and the weed eater belongs to the Laurel County Judge Executive. That's right, folks. This could have been politically motivated. These items, stolen items, belong to Mr. David Westerfield. Here's his picture right here. So really, guys, that may explain why the police conducted themselves in the manner that they did, because it was politically motivated. Now, what I'm fixing to show you next is the open records request that's been made and what the city attorney has said. You can see his garbage response for yourself, how all that stuff's been turned over to the KSP. Also, you'll be seeing the interview that was done with Mr. Hobart Buttrey at the Laurel County Detention Center. And tell me what you think about his body language. I think he knows a little more than what he's telling. Did Mr. Doug Harless know something on these political people? Does anybody know? Anyway, that's my next question. Did he know something? Did Doug know something on Randall Weedle, or that judge, or even the cop, Josh Morgan, who is suspected to be the cop that shot him? So, anyway, guys, here's the WKYT interview. This is the request made, open request records to Laurel County's clerk, and these are the responses from the city attorney, and they do not have body cams. Randall Weedle took those out, took them off the officers because of storage and cost and yada, 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 but they've denied all of this so far. Let's go to that interview from WKYT.
Laurel County man shot and killed in his home by London police officers.
A search warrant obtained by WKYT reveals the case centers around a stolen weed eater. And tonight we're hearing from a man in jail accused of stealing that weed eater, Hobart Buttrey.
I hate to say this, but he wouldn't never come to that if it wasn't whose stuff it was.
WKYT's Samantha Valentino has been following this case closely, and she has our top story at 6.
Kentucky State Police say Douglas Harless was shot and killed by a London police officer during an attempt to serve a search warrant on the night of December 23rd. They say it happened at Harless's home, 511 Vanzant Road in Lilly. Dispatch audio says police were attempting to serve a warrant at 489 Vanzant. Court records say the warrant was connected to an investigation regarding stolen lawn equipment. Hobart Buttrey is accused of stealing a weed eater from property public records show is owned by the Laurel County Judge Executive. He was arrested just hours before Harless was killed. His citation says he told police the weed eater was at a home in Lilly. We came to the Laurel County Correctional Center to get Buttrey's side of the story.
I told them on Vanzant Road there was a weed eater there, and they took it to where they wanted to go with that.
Buttrey says he used to live down the road from Harless at 515 Vanzant, but he hasn't lived there in close to a year.
And they went to the wrong address, is what that was.
Buttrey says he got to know Harless while living there and that he was a good man who didn't deserve what happened to him.
I am sorry for what happened to that man. I really am. It never supposed to happen like that. If I knowed anything like that, I would never bothered a weed eater. And that's all it was a weed eater.
In Laurel County, Samantha Valentino, WKYT.
Well, WKYT has filed several open records requests to obtain a copy of the search warrant London police were attempting to serve that night. As of today, the Laurel County Court says they still have not received a copy.
Now what we know that police were looking for, many are wondering if the response was appropriate for the report of stolen property. WKYT's Kelsey Soto is joining us in studio now with a closer look at the alleged crime and the punishments that come with it if convicted. Kelsey?
Well, according to Hobart Buttrey's arrest citation, he's accused of stealing a Steel brand weed eater and a heater. He told officers that he pawned that heater and then dropped off the weed eater at a home on Vanzant Road. That neighborhood, though, is somewhat confusing now that we're talking about 3 different addresses. We know 511 was the home of Douglas Harless, who was shot and killed by London officers, but 489 was the address dispatchers believe that those officers were at, and 515 is the former address of Hobart Buttrey. Police estimate the value of those stolen items is more than $1,000, but less than $10,000. Buttrey's been charged with theft by unlawful taking. But because of the value of the property, that makes it a Class D felony here in Kentucky. State statute says someone convicted of a Class D felony shall serve at least 1, but not more than 5 years in prison. Court records show Buttrey pled guilty to shoplifting at a Walmart in Scott County in 2014, and he had his sentence enhanced due to being a persistent felony offender. He also has a pending case in Clay County for some traffic and vehicle infractions and is charged with driving on a suspended license. So essentially, Harless ended up dead during a police investigation into a Class D felony, which isn't even one of the strongest theft charges in the state. Buttrey will be back in court January 17th, and he remains on a $10,000 bond. Back to you.
So, tell me what you think in the comments, guys. This is a mess up here. I'm trying to keep you informed the best I can, but as you can see, there is no transparency around here. None. So, help me get this noticed. I don't care. I'd love for the governor to see it myself, because these people in Frankfort need to know about the corruption going on down here. I mean, this stuff has got to be straightened out. You guys down there in Laurel County, it's from my understanding that you all haven't changed judges, magistrates. I understand nobody will run against them. Find you a good Republican person that has good values and believes in the Constitution, and have them run. You people find them. Surely there's somebody there that can step up and do it. Anyway, guys, I hope you liked the video. I hope I earned your subscription. If I did, hit that subscribe button. It helps my channel grow. I greatly appreciate it. Tickle that little bell. That way you know every time I upload a video and all that. I try to do a few a week. It's hard where I work. If you're ever in Harlan, make sure you stay with some of the people that, the local people there in Everett's that I can't really say sponsor the channel because they don't pay for the advertisement, but I support the local business and local growth, or stay where I work. Either one's fine with me, don't matter. Anyway, guys, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.